Hello viewers, welcome to the channel, welcome to another Minecraft video. In today's tutorial, we're going to be building some M4A1 Shermans. Now before we begin, I'll just like to mention that these builds are about 10 months old at this time of recording, so could I build better ones right now? Possibly, but I'm still happy with these, so I just never got around to recording them, like so many other vehicles here, but here we go. So I hope you like them despite them being a bit old. So for our ground layer here, we're going to first we're going to be building the 75 version and then the 76 version. There's really not much of a difference. It's just the turret that's a bit different. So to begin, the hulls are the same. So dig a trench of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Fill them in with a black block. Have a gap of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that'll be the ground layer. So next, we'll grab some nether brick stairs. I guess we'll need crossbows too, but some grindstones, dark prismarine slab, and I think that'll do for now. So first we're going to place down one placer block just on top of the first block that we placed in the ground, and place an upside down brick stair right in front. And we're going to take grindstones and just place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they're all just facing like that. Now we're going to take our invisible item frame. I'm going to put crossbows and have them sort of angled towards the ground and away from each other. Alright, and same thing on the other side. Alright, so with that done, we can put in the floor of our tank. So we're going to start with dark prismarine up slabs, place a row across the first 2 grindstones, and we're going to end at the last, nope, okay. Well, actually we need to continue our tracks here. So first, let's take a nether brick stair, place it on the ground, facing towards the back of the tank, right behind the last grindstone. And then we're going to take a dark oak fence gate, right behind the nether brick stair, and just have it open. So now we can take our dark prismarine slabs and carry a row down to the nether brick stair that we just placed, like so. And with that done, that'll complete our first layer. So to begin our second layer, we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks on top of our first row of green prismarine slabs. Place down 2 prismarine stairs, dark prismarine stairs right in front, facing like so. And to the side of each of those stairs, we can place down a dragon head, facing towards the back, so this will be on top of the upside down nether brick stair. And then we're going to place down a dark prismarine slab right on top. So now I'm going to take our green terracotta and take it back until the last row of dark prismarine slabs. So for the side here, our second block is going to be an upside down dark prismarine stair, facing towards the front of it. Another dark prismarine slab, another upside down stair facing towards the front, another dark prismarine stair, slab, and then 2 stairs again, upside down facing towards the front, so it should look like this. And lastly, that should be a slab right there. And then we'll place down a nether brick slab right on top of the gate from the last slab. So now I'm going to want some signs here. Place down 2 spruce signs right in front of the 2 front stairs that we just placed. And we're also going to put some levers down, like so. Now we're going to take our door hook signs and cover up the side. So this will basically be the track of it. And have a normal item frame right up the sides of the last nether brick slab. With a with a green terracotta block. And lastly at the back, we're going to place down 2 dark oak ups downstairs. So we can finish our sign brick here. Place down dark oak signs right at the back of the nether brick slabs. Of course, doing the same to the other side. Now we're going to take our invisible item frames and place down one item frame on each of the stairs, upside down stairs. Don't know why that has an S on it. That does not look invisible to me. There we go. Oh, no. First one. Okay. And put a green terracotta block inside of each one. Alright, so lastly, we're going to place down a barrier to the side of each of the dragon heads on the sides. Place down an invisible item frame on the inner part of the barrier. And in the item frame, we're going to place down a cobweb, like so. So once you have that done, I should finish up our second layer. We can move on to layer 3. One, two, three, go. So first, as usual, we're going to do some armor stand bullshittery first, and just get out of the way. And in this case, it'll be basically the hatches of the forward hull. They kind of stick out a little bit. So we're going to skip one block, place down 2 stairs. Actually, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to destroy this little row here. Place down 2 armor stands on the ground. Get them straight. This one looks a little crooked. So I'm just going to keep placing them until it's straight. Still a little bit crooked. Okay, I like that one. So next, for what we're going to cover them up, it's just going to be a dark prismatic stair. The armor strands aren't going to be removed. So basically we're going to go from the top here. Just like that. So that's what we should get. And now we can move on to the actual tank. So we're just going to place down 2 green heads right on the first 2 of the green terracotta blocks, so right in front of the stairs. And then 2 heads to the side are going to be at 45-degree angles, like that. And we'll get into the rest of the entities later. So now I'm going to place down 2 rows of 3 on the side, 2 rows of 4 rather, of green terracotta blocks, and then a skeleton wall to each side. So we can debug these, yeah. Shouldn't be anything in the way. So first, south low. Up is going to be false. The outside is low, but the inside is going to be tall. So the outside's low, inside tall, and the north is going to be tall. So it should look like that. Moving on towards the back, I'm going to grab a lectern. So some chest, pistons, stuff like that. Alright, so first we're going to build a row of 2 green terracotta blocks right in the middle. Place down a lectern to either side, and then a piston right behind that lectern, and a double chest right between those pistons. So next we're going to cover up the lectern and the piston in dark oak signs. I'm going to put a normal item frame right in the lectern just to cover it up more, and I have a white bed just to represent some writing on the side of it. And now we can place down dark pristine slabs right behind those pistons, and now we can debug those pistons. So that's the kind of slope we want. And now a green bed right in the middle. And finally, whoops, control click and place it on a row for 4 green heads, just like so. Now we can get into all the different good item frames that I know you guys love. So first we're going to just start at the front. Place down a barrier right on top of the dragon heads, right in the front. Place down an invisible item frame on the back side, and on the bottom side as well. So on the bottom, it's going to be a green stained glass pane. It's going to rotate it sort of at an angle, like that, for the fender. And on the inside of it, or rather sort of the back side, is going to be a glass pane, glass block for the headlights. And also place down a barrier on the facing towards the front left side. And have a green terracotta block for the sort of machine gun ball. And we can also have to each side of the heads a barrier with an item frame, invisible item frame on the inside. And this can be a tripwire hook for, I think this would be like manufacturing, mounting, stuff like that. We can see some sort of hook on the side, curved to a hull. So it should look like that so far. And on the side of the hull, it's optional, you can have a symbol right here, so I'm just going to put another star for American Armored Force, white star. And on the top of the stairs, before I forget, I'm going to place down 2 invisible item frames, which are netherbrick slabs. I'm going to rotate them towards the back, just for the periscopes. So it should look like that so far. And on the back, kind of similar stuff here. Place down a barrier behind the outside heads, into the barrier on the sides of the outside heads. So taking a tripwire hook again for some sort of manufacturing casting, and with stained glass pane. So we place down an item frame on the inside of each of these. And a red stained glass pane on the back side. So that should be it for the hull. Alright, so like I said, we can get into the smaller turret first. So to begin, I'm going to place down a row of 2 right on the back 2, then 2 more right in front. I'm going to have 2 stairs. They can be kind of facing in either which way. We're going to debug them in just a second. Place down the mouse sculpts in the wall to the sides of the front row of 2. A glass pane in front, glass pane in back of the walls. can preemptively put in our machine gun. Because we only want to debug some stuff once. Okay, now we're going to take the 3 barriers. Going to use that dark oak sign. Sure of signs on the side, pretty normal stuff here. So on the other side, if you have world edit, you can just set these to air. Or if you don't have world edit, what you can do is something like this. So I guess this is going to be in the middle of the tank here. You can place them on the outside. And have these facing like that. So if you don't have world edit, you can use a debug stick to use that. Debug sticks have, of course, vanilla commands in the description, if you didn't know. And we're just going to keep going. So place down the signs on the side, so it gives some more thickness to it. Now we can start debugging some stuff here. So on these turret stairs, we're going to be inner right and inner left. So corner stairs. And these signs, panes on the outside, we're just going to want these to be facing towards the stairs. Just like so. And for these walls, we just want to kind of smooth them out. So north tall, south tall, and the inner side should be tall. So once you have that done, you can put an item frame on the front of both the stairs. On the other side, you can put another big side. Have it sort of vertical. And on the other side, it can be horizontal. So that's just how I see the optics, at least. So moving on, it's almost done here. We'll place down a dark oak trapdoor right across from the gate for the machine gun. Place down a chain right from the end rod to complete it for the most part. Invisible end frame on the back of it. And place down an invisible end frame on the side of that trapdoor. Then we're going to grab dragon head. Place one down like here. And one on the side for the ammo box right there, flipped upside down. So it should look like that. And this fence gate here in wall true, so set it down a little bit. So the reason why I like that is sort of the ears, I guess, of the dragon on the back. The stock are basically the iron sights. And this is a pretty good shape for a machine gun box, or ammo box, so we have the tin right here, feeding via belt right there. So that's what it looks like to me. Lastly, we'll use a comparator, known little button, and some iron bars. So we're going to place down 2 iron bars on the right side, facing towards the front of the pane. Place down a comparator, be this way. And lastly, this button right there. I'm also going to put down, facing towards the back, a tripwire hook on the left side, and a dark oak sign on the right side. So once you have that done, that will finish up the standard M4A1. And now we can convert it to the 76 standard. So for these changes, first we're going to place down, or replace these with lecterns. Remove those. I'm just going to remove the roof in general. So on the back, we're going to take some dark prismarine stairs. 2 upside down. Oh shit. Hate that. Okay. So that should be good. Next, we're going to take green stained glass pane. Okay, we're just going to deal with that. Like so. Actually, wait, that's actually, don't need to do that. Okay, but for these, we just want them to be north true. We're also going to use a normal item frame, placed on the side of the panes before we turn them inwards. Like so. Now on the front, we'll place down 2 item frames, normal item frames in the front of the selectors, and fill them with green stained glass pane, like so. So we're also going to extend the barrel by just 1 block. Most M4A1 76s I see don't have the sort of muzzle brake, so it's not going to be added. So moving on with the roof, on the left side, facing towards the front, place down a dark oak trapdoor, then a redstone comparator on the opposite side, facing like so. I'm also going to take a daylight sensor and cover the rest of the blocks in dark oak trapdoors. Took you long enough. Okay. So for some more item frame stuff, place down item frame on each of the sides of the upside down stairs on the back. More hooks for manufacturing. Like so. I'm just going to take bed, sticks, and this white stained glass. So facing towards the front on the left side, and an invisible item frame, and a glass block right there. On the opposite side, invisible item frame. I'm going to take a dark prism inside. Should be just like that. And on the back, 1 item frame right off the side of this trapdoor, with 1 barrier right on top of the trapdoor again. Invisible item frame. And we're just going to put sticks in these, have them vertical, like so. And last, actually, almost done here. Place down item frame on the side of the daylight sensor. And I'm just going to place down a green bed. And lastly, we can put our machine gun in. So it's going to be mounted to the kind of the side. Once we have the fence gate in, we can debug the wall, smooth it out. So once you have that done, just like what we did before, end rod, chain, barriers, dragon head. So place down an end rod right in front, then a chain in front of that, item frame on the back of it with a dragon head, then a barrier to the side of it, item frame, dragon head flipped upside down. Take the debug stick and have aim wall to be true on that gate for the machine gun. And I do believe that should be it for both our Shermans. lastly, remember when we placed the barrier from before, I broke this. Let's rotate it back. So once you have that done, that should finish up our Shermans here. Our M4A1 and M4A1 76W. And you can also, if you want, there's a grindstone for a spare wheel in the back. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.